is lesson 3 in the 2B geometry unit, basic area and parts of circles. All right, I want you to do these 2 problems for a warm-up. I'll pause this, you pause it and do it. This one, find the perimeter. Well, perimeter, these hash marks mean these sides are the same. So this side is 2x plus 3, and this side is 3x minus 4. To find the perimeter of any shape in the world, I need to add all the sides up. So I'm going to have 2x plus 3 plus 3x minus 4 plus 2x plus 3 plus 3x minus 4. That's one way to do it. Now, if I combine like terms here, I'm going to get 10x, 3 minus 4 plus 3 minus 4 is negative 8 plus 6 minus 2. That's my perimeter. There's another way I can do this. Since this is a rectangle, I can use this formula. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So my perimeter is going to be 2 times 2x plus 3 plus 2 times 3x minus 4. Well, I'm going to use distributive here. And I'll end up with 4x plus 6 plus 6x minus 8. And when I combine my terms, I get 10x minus 2. Same difference. All right. Pause and do this one. All right. Again, these 2 sides are the same. So this is x plus 1 half. To find the perimeter, I add up all the sides. So x plus 1 half plus 4x plus x plus 1 half plus 6x plus 4. When I add these together, like terms, I'm going to get 12x, 1 half plus 1 half is 1 plus 4 is 5, so plus 5. Okay, find x. Pause this and do it. All right, well, this problem, we got a triangle. So the 4 angle, or the 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I'll 4x minus 10 plus x plus 20 plus 40 has to equal 180. So to solve this, combine my terms. 4x plus x is 5x. Negative 10 plus 20 plus 40 is positive 50 equals 180. Subtract 50 from both sides, and I get 5x is 130. Divide both sides by 5, and I end up with x is, we're going to 2 times, so 26. I think that's right. Yep, 26. All right. Now, we want to go back and find the angles. So, once we know that x is 26, I'm going to grab my calculator, and I'm going to substitute it back in. So, this will be 26 plus 20 is 46. This will be 4 times 26 minus 10. So 4 times 26 minus 10 is 94. And if I add those 3 angles together, 46, 94, and 40, I will get 180. All right, second problem. I need to add these all together, and it is a quadrilateral, so they add up to 360. So I'm going to have 4x plus 5x plus 5x minus 60 plus 2x plus 40 equals 360. All right, combine my terms. 4x, so I'm going to have 16x minus 20 equals 360. Add 20 to both sides, and I have 16x equals 380. So 380 divided by 16 ends up being 23.75. So that's what x is. But once I know that x is 23.75, I'm going to substitute 5 times 23.75 gives me 118.75. This will be 5 times 23.75 minus 60 gives me 58.75. This will be 2 times 23.75 plus 40. 2 times plus 40 gives you 87.5. And 4 times 23.75 gives me 95. And if I add 95, 118.75, 58.75, and 87.5, I will get 360. All right. Now, today, finding area. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. So perimeter. I add up these sides, and if these were inches, my perimeter would be in inches. And perimeter is linear. Is what we call linear. It is a straight line. This plus this plus this. Now, if I'm looking for the area of a shape, the area of a shape is this part. The area is the number of square units. So when I measure perimeter, an inch looks like this. That's what an inch looks like. A square inch, which is what we do for area, looks like this. It's an inch by an inch. This is a square inch. So when you write your unit on area problems, you need to have inches squared or feet squared or miles squared, whatever you're doing. The key concept here is you must use your formula sheet. You all have one. I want you to look at the formula, I want you to write it down, and then all it is a matter of substitution. And on the formula sheet, there's even pictures for you to use. So, this is a square. If you look on your formula sheet, the formula sheet is area of a square is side squared. Well, here's the side, 7. So area is 7 squared. Area is 49, and the unit will be square feet. You can write it that way, or you could write it this way, 49 square feet. But it has to have a unit. Do not write it like this. Do not write it like this. 49 square. No, it is square feet, not 49 squared. They are totally different items or numbers. All right, this is a rectangle. Look on your formula sheet. Area is length times width. So our area is going to be 10 times 8, which is 80, and it's going to be centimeters squared. Here's a triangle on your formula sheet. Area is 1/2 base times height. So, 1/2. If you look at your formula sheet, the base and the height meet at a right angle. So this is your base, this is your height, and your formula sheet shows you that. So the base is 20 times the height is 12. You end up with area is 120 square units. Because it didn't tell us what they were. So we just wrote square units. Okay, that's a parallelogram. The formula for parallelogram. Area is base times height. And again, if you look on your formula sheet, the base and the height meet at a right angle. So it's going to be 10 times 22. Area is 220 square inches. All right, this is a rectangle. So area, length times width, 10 times 4 is 40. And I don't know, centimeters squared. All right, this is a trapezoid. This is the one that screws kids up. Area, and you're looking on your formula sheet, is 1/2 times the height times b sub 1 plus b sub 2. This is b sub 1, this is b sub 2, and this is height. And your formula sheet tells you that. So I'm going to do 1/2 times the height is 4.4 times the quantity, and don't drop the parentheses, 6.7 plus 9.3. Enter that into your calculator exactly as it is, including the parentheses. And you will not make any mistakes. So, you end up with area is 35.2, and what is it? Square inches. Okay, circles. The outside edge of a circle is called the circumference. And we're going to talk about that another day. Circles don't have perimeter, they have circumference. This, a line segment that goes from one side of the circle to another is called a chord. Now, this is a very special line segment. It goes from one side to another, straight through the center of the circle. That is a diameter. And from the center of the circle to the edge is a radius. And the radius is half of the diameter. How are the radius and diameter related? Radius is 1/2 of the diameter. You could write it another way. Diameter is 2 times the radius, or 2 radius. There you go. All right. We're going to find the area of this circle. It's a circle. And if you look at your formula sheet, area, pi r squared. So, pi, we are using 3.14. That will tell you that on your formula sheet. Times 5 squared, because the radius here is 5. So, when you punch that in your calculator, 3.14 times 5 squared is 78.5. And the units are going to be centimeters squared. Now, I want to show you something. That is an estimate. That is an estimate. Why is it an estimate? Because pi is not 3.14. It goes on forever and ever. If you want it to be exact, you would write it this way. You would leave your pi. 5 squared is 25, so it would be 25 pi centimeters squared. That is the exact way to write it. You are going to need to know both of those. So if I'm asking you for an estimate, you're using 3.14. If I'm asking you for exact, you leave the pi in the answer. All right, area of this. Area again, it's a circle. So area, pi r squared. But here, the radius is going to be 4. You got to figure that out because it gave you the diameter. So area is pi times 4 squared. If I'm doing this at an estimate, 3.14 times 16 gives you 50.24 centimeters squared. If I ask you to give an exact, that's the estimate. Exact, 4 squared is 16, it will be 16 pi centimeters squared. Okay, last example. They want you to find the area of the top of this doghouse. Well, that's a triangle. So I look on my formula sheet, triangle is 1/2 base times height. And again, you must look on your formula sheet and figure out the base and the height meet each other at a right angle. So it's 1/2 times 36 times 21. And you end up with the area of that top of the doghouse is 378 square inches.